ministers, and the clergy that remained here after the Archbishop, members of Parliament, all of you in your capacities. I just want to thank you so much. I want to first of all thank the Lord. I want to thank the Lord for the life of Pecos. I want to thank the Lord for the favor that was on his life, and to thank the Lord for all the blessings. I had asked the family to put that song in who were doing the order of service. Count your blessings. I don't know whether they did. Count your blessings. We count the blessings. We look at the blessings that the Lord has blessed us with. I want to thank the president. I want to thank the UPDF family. Pecos, his first family was the army, as you heard the children say. The family, we came second to UPDF. The army was his first family. I don't know if there is anyone here from intake 17 long, apart from Apande Kashaka. There's no one else. Oh, wow. Intake 17 long. He kept talking about that. He kept talking about his experiences in Mondori. And it's as if I attended that course, actually. I know about it. And actually, Afande Musanif, wasn't he 17 long also? No, he wasn't. I want to thank the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, my workplace where I work from. I want to thank Ambassador Sentongo, colleague, for coming to be with us. And I saw some other people from Foreign Affairs who are here. Thank you so much. Thank you for being there in this time that I was away. I just left the office without even asking for permission, actually, because we left so hastily. But I called later on to formalize my being away, but you accepted and you took over my schedule, which is not easy, which is a hectic schedule. Thank you, Foreign Affairs. I want to thank his office, although he had retired, but his people kept here and helped us through this. To thank the hospitals, embassies, both foreign and here. I've been receiving messages from embassies here. I want to thank the people that have helped us in this, family, friends. Thank you, all of you, for your contributions. People that tried, even they didn't want, they had skepticism about going to India because of COVID and started trying Israel. And sent messages. They were able to get a hospital, but the line, people, I didn't know many people receive liver transplants. The line was so long, we couldn't wait. They said, we have so many people ahead of you, you have to be in a line, actually, in Israel, in that hospital. So many people tried to help him. I want to thank his friends. Some of them, I don't know whether Karunji is here, and all his other friends, the Chika family. I want to thank you, all of you people who have been here with us, who have paid your money, that did all the things that it did. Thank you so much. May God bless you. I met Pecos in August. I don't know what's with August, with this man that has left. He was born in August. We met in August in 1980. We wedded in August in 1986, and he died in August. I don't know what's with August, with this man. So we met in August, I think 12th, it was around 12th, 1980. Recently, Afande Sare asked me to write to write for him how we rescued him from Moroto. I participated. Actually, I took the initiative to go and get him from where he was incarcerated in Moroto. And he said he keeps the dates, and he said he was celebrating his anniversary of coming out of prison and what. I don't know how he kept remembering those dates. So he wanted kind of a write-up. He said, I actually have never heard anyone tell me that story, how you people got me out of prison. Can you please, he kept pressurizing me, can you please write something for me, right? So I wrote about a 10-page document. And in the document, I elaborated very well how I met Pecos. Because he's the one who caused my going to the bush. I also talked about it in that document. He had gone to Nairobi with the chairman of the High Command, CHC. That's how we used to call Mzee then in the bush. And as his escort, when he got there in Nairobi, we used to communicate. There was a telephone exchange. I don't know what they call it. I think it is still then Portobello Road. As you come from Mbuya going towards the Rizra side, that telephone exchange there. We were living in Mbuya. I was staying with my cousin Kakamba in Mbuya. I would go there and call him, would make arrangements, agree on time and date. And he would call on a call box. I would get the number of the call box in Nairobi and call him back from that telephone exchange, pay money, and we talk. So I told him, oh, sorry, we got Sari out of prison and he's left. He went to the bush. Gonza took him yesterday. He was so excited. He went, he told everybody, the NRA people that were in exile, they actually celebrated in Nairobi. And in his usual style, Pecos wrote a letter, a love letter to me, thanking me for getting Sari out of prison, and he was going to mail it in Nairobi, but I think he forgot and he left it in his backpack. He came with it, with my names, with full address, care of Nora Kakamba. Nora was working with Uganda blanket manufacturers. So he forgot and put the letter there with the full address, names of Nora. And on the way, I think about the people got to know. Somebody betrayed them that Museveni was coming back. And they even mentioned the clothes they had because they were putting on jeans and they were specifically looking for people wearing jeans. So they fell in an ambush and they lost everything, the bags and what, and they lost their luggage, including that letter in the bag. That is the one that caused the whole problem. But reaching the bush, they dispatched the dumper. They said, the dumper, go and tell Dora to go and hide. I don't know why I didn't go to the bush that time, because I could have gone. But I decided to go and find some other hiding. But dumper, in his weird way also, didn't tell us the urgency of getting out of the house. We were living in plot number 7, Neptune Avenue in Mbuya, where Kakamba was. But fortunately, it was December, and Nora and John had gone for Christmas holidays. They were up country. And we were in the house. I was there with my other cousin, Jovia, the sister of Kamaradi. I think she passed away recently also. We were the only two people there, if I may remember. So Dampa came and said, you people, you must leave today. We said, no, we are not going anywhere. Why? Why must we leave? He didn't tell us that we're in danger. What? He said, no. You can't stay here anymore. You have to go. We didn't understand him. Anyway, we agreed. I saw he was not even comfortable being there. He kept looking through the window, looking outside. He didn't want even to sit. So we obeyed. We left. We left the house. And, no sooner had we left than the military stormed the house. And they got a person who was living in the boys' quarter, Chakabare. He said, I don't know these people. I'm just renting this boys' quarter. He said, how did you come here? He said, my in-law brought me here. Grace Katalatambe, I think Honorable Sam, maybe you know him, and Wakos, I don't know if you know him. Grace Petty, she had a shop on Kampala Road. Chakabare took them to Grace. Grace said, Nora was my friend. I know Nora. They said, where is Nora? That's the one we want. Grace took them all the way to Wizwera Rwakanuma's house to arrest Nora. But fortunately, Nora had gone to Mbarara. She was not at home. But anyway, afterwards, they got her. They followed the bus. They got all the details, followed and arrested her on the bus. Where is Dora was the next question. Nora said, I have no idea. I can't take you to her home also. They brought them to my parents' home in Kanoni. And who did they find there? Kari, my elder brother. And they didn't arrest him there. They questioned him, but I think they took note of him and they arrested him as soon as he had come back to Kampala. He was an accountant working for Kamba Textiles in Jinja, and he had come to Nakawa to upgrade. These accountants have their courses, they keep upgrading. He had come to do upgrading. He was living in a flat with another cousin of ours, Sam Nkunda, who was also in the veterinary offices in Wandegea on Uganda Road. They arrested them and we have never seen them. So, gone because of that letter that he wrote. But we met at Mugisha Cheishe's flat. Mugisha Cheishe had a girlfriend who was my friend, Annette, and she asked me to escort her there to visit him, I think. We went there, and as I was sitting there, I was reading a book, James Hadley Chase novel, and Pecos found me there. So this young girl reading a book said, "You like reading?" I said, "Yes." We started discussing novels. I had read a lot of James Hadley Chase books, and we started discussing them, laughing. And when we were leaving, he said, "I'll see you off." He escorted us with that girl, Annette. She, on the way, as we were leaving the house, Pecos proposed. Can you imagine what a crazy man he was? He said, "You are the girl I want to marry." He didn't go on his knee, but he said, "You are the girl I want to marry." I looked at him, I said, this must be weird. I hated soldiers. I didn't have anything to do with soldiers. But he chased me, followed me, until he fulfilled his his proposal. So anyway, briefly, that's how we met. And when I went to the bush, we continued our relationship there in the bush. I want to talk about him as a family man. He's been so good to us. We don't fight, me and Pecos, about family issues, but we quarreled a lot. Many times we argue a lot, but not about family issues like other families. We are not a normal family, you people. You'd find us arguing whether it was good for UPDF to go to Somalia. That would be a heated argument, whether it was good or bad, that we end up even not talking for a week about that. You'd find us arguing whether it is good for America to intervene in every conflict in the world. Pecos would have his views, I'd have mine. We argue about that. We don't talk that night about. So that is the life. My kids keep teasing us that we are not a normal family, that we are not raised in a normal family. You find us arguing about things that are not family related at all. He respected me so much. He would agree with my decisions regarding family. We never argued about finances, about property. He had this disdain for amassing wealth. I would tell him, like, why don't we buy another house in Kampala? What? For what? Who's going to live here? We have only one life. Is this house not enough? I'd argue about that. He had a disdain. He kept talking about people who go amassing wealth, buying properties here. That is greed. This is what is going to kill this country. Why would you need that? I went and bought some land in Mitiana there, some good big land. But he complained about that land until I got tired and sold it. Said, we have land at home. You have not even developed that. You are not utilizing it. It's all there. It's bushy. Why would you go to Mitiana? Sometimes I would go with him. He would escort me to go to that land to see what I was doing. But he'd go complaining in the car, coming to Mitiana for what? Don't you think there are people here that would utilize this land better than you? Who is not here? Why don't you give it to these people? Until I gave up and sold that land. So he had that disdain for amassing wealth, and he had no kind words for people who amass wealth. But as a family man, he was really so good to us, and he would do crazy things. I don't know whether other parents do them real. Like one time you'd find him taking the kids when they were younger to pork joints to eat pork. You find that I didn't know that you people who eat pork, you even eat the ears. It's the kids who came telling me how the pig ears are so delicious. They went with the daddy, he bought them pig ears and they ate pig ears. Who does that to take young kids to pork joints there and eat with their, serve them pork there in pork joints? So he was that kind of person. He was committed as a family person, and he was once convinced on something, he would persist on that. Even this applied actually in his fighting. I had sometimes his commanders, seniors, criticizing him, putting troops in danger because of not wanting to withdraw. When you really see that the enemy has an upper hand, but you still insist, you still want the battle to go on, but he never lost many soldiers, but he would insist until he was strictly given orders to withdraw, but he never wanted to withdraw. He would persist and fight, and that's how he lived his life, even in family. If he wanted something, he would persist and insist on that until it is done. He went and the land we have in Kabra, it's not big. Nuwe told you here how he bought 4 square miles and gave away 3 and said 1 is enough for us. How many are we in the family? And he started calculating per acre, per person in the family, and all those things that. So we had 1, and to make matters worse, he went and planted almost half of it with coffee when he became obsessed with coffee. I said, I am going to cut these coffee trees. We started arguing about that, about coffee, and some of the things that we disagreed on came at a later stage in his life when he had this obsession with coffee, like his coffee growing. It was just getting on our nerves. He was very nationalistic. He got, he had a love for his country that is so rare. For his home area, he wanted everybody in his home area to live, have a better life. He was contributing a lot. In Kabura, I don't know how he's going to be replaced in that part of the country, in that region. He was so generous with his time, with his money, with his everything, to a level that was really worrying. You'd find Pecos really moving from office to office, ministers. Somebody wants to see Honorable Kaseja, Pecos is there to take. Come, I'll take you. Kaseja is my friend. They are in Kaseja's office. I want to see Honorable so and so. Come, I will take you. That is my friend. Not seeking his own appointment. I mentioned it last night, and I keep mentioning it. He said, when we were making all these plans to take him for liver transplant and what, he said, why do you want to extend my life? What more do you want me to do? I have done everything I want to do and finished. I have done the establishment. He was so proud of that establishment. At least it will guide this army. And these young people that are coming, they will take over and they will do whatever we have not done. They will correct the mistakes we have made. But why do you want me to put another person at risk to get another liver? How many livers can a person go through in a lifetime? You would start calculating that, and you just look at him. I only need 1 liver. I got it. That's it. If I'm not willing to take another person's liver just to extend my life, for what? I have finished. I have done everything. And he spoke that with a sense of fulfillment and accomplishment. So he died a happy man. And I think the Lord had prepared him. We didn't know. We kept on fighting, trying to save his life. But once that time has come, you have to go. There is no way you can postpone it. I read of a story, some wealthy person, noble person, sent his servant to a market. And the servant